Let me open YouTube in a new window.
I don't need. Yeah, I don't have it. I'll just watch if anybody comes in, which they probably won't. Shoot. Oh dear God. I'm buying here an HP Pavilion. It's got the graphics card that I was going to buy for this computer. As a matter of fact, that's what I've been looking at, the 1650 Super, NVIDIA 1650 Super. It's got that. It's got the 3500 processor, 8 gigs. So we'll throw another 8 gigs into it.
The video card has 8 gigs of RAM, and you're going to add an 8 gigs to it?
I'll add 8 gigs to the computer.
Oh, okay. How much?
The computer's got 8 gigs too, and then I'll add 8. Actually, I'll probably take the I think it's 2300 megahertz memory, and I'll take that out and put in 3200 because the NVIDIA processor or the Ryzen processor won't have a problem with that. And it's only $600.
So you don't have to match the frequency of the memory. You can have different.
Well, I'll take that out. There's only 8 gig in there. I'll take it out and throw it in the corner somewhere and just buy 16 of the.
Oh, I got you. Oh, wow.
I'll either buy Crucial or Vengeance or something.
So you're buying two memory systems or DIMMs or whatever.
Yeah, two 8 giggers.
And you're buying a new card. You're hoping to buy a new card.
That's for me.
Yeah.
She's going to have the 1650 Super in her computer, and maybe I should take it out of hers and put it in mine.
Well, you are live on YouTube. Let me mute that and pop out the chat. No, that's good. Okay, I guess I didn't realize you were doing something for you. I know you were looking for a new memory card, a new video graphics card for yours. And I knew you were looking at very kindly building one, or at least configuring one for Angel.
I could build one for about not that much less. You got a warranty with all this stuff. With most of the parts that I was able to find online, I'd have a warranty. But a couple of things I would have to, like the 1650, I would have to buy used, no warranty there. And
tricky.
Yeah, and then when you think about it, the 1650 for the price, graphics card is still way too high. And if you watch videos from a year ago, they're saying this graphics card cost around $200. You look at it today, a year ago's graphics cards are $400.
Yeah.
There's so many that are not available to buy right now, so they raise the price. But price and demand, everything, it's going to be going up.
And I read something, I don't know if people still do it as much, but those Bitcoin mining machines that people build, those pretty much have graphics cards in them. Because
Go ahead.
No, they're just so well designed to process numbers and those algorithms that are necessary to mine Bitcoin. So you can have a box with like 4 or 5 of these graphics cards in them.
That's what I saw on where did I see it? It wasn't on eBay. It was on one of the computer sites, and there were 6 graphics cards that cost $7,500 for this mining machine.
Oh my gosh!
I can't wrap my head around how they do that. How do you mine for something that doesn't even really exist?
It's all mathematical blockchain. I don't pretend to understand what it is, but
I can't grasp it.
Very obscure, and but there's money in it. There has to be. Why would people do it otherwise?
Look at Mr. Beast, the one I told you about.
Right? Yeah, exactly.
He actually earned well over many millions of dollars, and he's only 22 years old.
Yeah.
He's 22. These videos that he puts on there, none of them are fake. When he had those guys having his hand on $1 million, they won $1 million. When whoever left their hand on there the longest, he did it with a house. He did it with a boat. He walks up to homeless people and hands them $10,000 and won't talk to them. He has little skits that he does with his friends to make it look more interesting. But you watch some of his videos and you think, my God. And his channel pays for itself anyhow. I mean, he gets so many views. The one with the where the 4 guys had to keep their hand on this huge box of cash. Hi, Lincoln.
Hello, Lincoln Central.
That I think had 45 million views.
Amazing.
So it's really something. Hey, Lincoln, I'm going to go through a bunch of, not a bunch, just a few. I already did it once, but then I deleted it because Jonathan had to text me and tell me I didn't have any audio on.
I just felt bad. You had been on for like 10 minutes or so, or
I
15
was on
minutes.
25 minutes.
25. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So Paul, I said earlier, I'm not a currency collector. I have some Confederate stuff. I have some older $2 bills. I really don't know a lot about currency. So what are you doing exactly? What is, I know what a serial number is. Every piece of currency has a unique serial number by that denomination. So every $1 bill is going to have a different serial number, and every $5 bill will. But what are you looking for, and why?
What I look for are really unique bills, and the uniqueness is two per individual, because some people will think, well, that's really not all that fancy. When you have I was gonna do these in order, but I don't really have to. When you have something like, and I'm gonna put it in up there in this fancy serial number checker. All right, now fancy versus other aspects of bills is really different, because this one, and I'll show it on camera. Hopefully it'll show through the plastic and all that, but this is the serial number of this bill. That's it. So that's extremely cool. It has a cool rating, and because it contains seven letters together. There's the serial number. Okay. 7 5s and a 9. I wish that was 8 5s. 4 bills before this, it would have been all 5s. So that's very cool. And then if you look at the aspects of all of the digits in this serial number are odd. Okay, all right. Only 0.39% of bills have all odd, have the properties. But this is what's most interesting, is that it has 2 unique digits in no, that's not it. What I'm more interested in is right here. It's a prime number, and only 5.8% of 8 digits numbers are prime. Okay. That's kind of cool in a way. But then at the top up here, 7 of a kind together, there's only 0.00018% of 8-digit serial numbers have that. So that makes that really super special. But then when I type this in, and this is a heck of a lot cooler to me, this serial number, it's rated very cool. I think that it's unique. That's a 273rd bill printed in this series. Wow. So that's more interesting to me. Those 2 I would keep. I might even, depending on collectors per se, those who really collect and know what they're worth or something will pay a premium on certain bills. I mean, somebody might look at that and say, wow, dude, that's really cool. It's got 7 5s. But somebody else, knowing all the different aspects of a bill, might say, that's extremely, extremely interesting. I'll give you $100 for that, because they will. Really? Other people might say, hey, man, will you take $5, dude? I mean, to collectors, like how many, I've talked to several people, you show them an 1810 coin and they say, oh, that's neat. That's pretty old, isn't it? But I mean, to collectors, you think, oh my God, man, that's something. Here's something else that I try. It's hard to do, but if you look at this serial number, and I'll read it from this serial number. Whoops, sorry. Is it focused or no?
It's a little too close to the camera, so you might just want to read it to us.
It's 491.
Yeah, I now see it. 491. So I'm at I'm at the eye doctor. 491-65-937A. Well, F and A. Okay. What do the F and the A stand for?
Don't ask me.
Okay. Is that part of the series, I wonder?
The L is, and I don't have my glasses, I never can keep the states right. But I wanted to show you that one because the one that's behind it's the same damn serial number, and it's a different series altogether. Same serial number.
Oh, okay. So I need to correct what I just said. So you can
But
have
the thing
you can
is,
have a dollar bill from 20 what 20 I don't know if they make 20
every year
$20.
you're going to have the same serial numbers eventually in every year, but these are the same year. They're both 2009, 13. Sorry.
Huh.
If I can find my loop, I'll tell you what states, where they were printed. I really can't see them without my glasses, Jonathan. Here, I'll put
Well,
on
they're printed in Washington at the Bureau of Engraving and Printing, but they're distributed by
yeah, that's what I meant.
different Federal Reserve banks in Boston, New York, St.
This is
Louis.
California, and I should have known. I should remember that F is Georgia. F is
Okay.
Georgia, and L is California.
Okay.
But they're the same serial number. And I found them. I remembered that. I don't know how, especially when you go through 1,000 of them or 5,000. I've done that a few times. But I was going through and I said, I just saw this bill. And
Hey,
I did.
Travis.
It was like two or three straps before it. So I
Yeah.
remembered that bill. I went back through and there it was, and they're both crisp.
A couple things, Paul. It's just funny the technology that you're using because you're using a green screen. You don't actually have a brick wall in back of you.
No,
you're not at like some Harvard building or whatever. But when you hold up the bill, the green ink takes on the tint of the brick, which is kind of funny. Because when you saw that, I thought, does that have a different kind of seal on it?
I know. I saw it on the camera.
Isn't that neat? And the serial number too. The second thing is, okay, so if somebody has a really interesting, that could be marketable and invisible can. If somebody has one of those really interesting bills, like a low serial number, like a 0000027, whatever, where do they buy and sell these? Where do people trade them?
It seems like eBay is the main place.
eBay, oh, okay. So
I'm sure there are coin dealers. If you really search the web, Google everything, there are some coin dealers that search for and seek out unusual bills. This is another one. I got to show you this instead of going through all of these. These are all birthday notes, and they're in order of the month and the date, the day, the month, and the year. That's the only true serial number for a birthday that I believe in. This is July 12, 2004, and on Facebook, there's a couple of groups that have unique serial numbers and fancy serial numbers, and they look for people who have their birthday on a note, and they'll pay 50, 60, 70 bucks for it. If they have it. But the one that I found, remember when George Washington had New York City? Everybody get out. He quarantined.
He evacuated, yeah.
I've got a bill with that date on it, the date that he did that, July 5th, 1777.
Is it a $1 bill with Washington?
Yeah.
Oh, that's neat. Okay.
So that's what's neat about that.
Yeah.
I looked that up and saw that was the same date as what he did. Now this one, I'm going to go to another web page. Can you see the 2 years on there?
Not really, because I mean if you make your picture bigger and maybe minimize the my currency collection, you might be able to see it.
That might help. Let me
just kind of pin your picture.
Can I do it if I click on mine? No, I can't do that. So I will stop sharing for a second.
Yeah. Get rid of me if you want.
No. Can you see that?
I can see. It just needs to focus a little bit. Come on, Logitech. There we go. 1894. Okay, so 1894, 1937.
Now check this out. I saw the 2 different years on there, so I went, and I usually check any of the birth dates anyhow. It's 1894 to 1937. And I was hoping, putting that up there, it would come up, and it sure did. Right down here, 1894. She was born 1937. She died. She was the one who helped pioneer the genre of blues.
No kidding.
Can you believe that stuff?
Yeah.
So somebody in her family would say, geez, I'd like to have that. Because I had Al Unser's birthday on a note, and I was going to send it to him. And I went to the store and I spent it. I was going to send it to Al Unser because when I worked in Arizona at Grand Prix, Phoenix Grand Prix, they were the Formula cars with Wankel engines. You went around a track that was a mile long, and the cars actually went on a straightaway. The cars would go 140 miles an hour, but because you had all these turns and everything, sharp turns, you could get up to like 50, 55, and you had to have a license to drive them. Well, a lot of the drivers came in one summer, including Al Unser Jr., and we taught him how to drive the curves on this track. So I know Al Unser Jr. only because of that. I'm sure he doesn't remember me. But if I brought up Phoenix Grand Prix, he might say, oh, my God, yeah, I remember when I was learning how to drive the Wankel cars. And it was a lot of fun. I was going to send that to him.
Isn't a Wankel engine a smaller engine, though? Is it?
A Wankel engine's for a snowmobile.
And they can go 140 miles per hour in a straight.
They can in these cars when you do some beefing up. Yeah.
No kidding. Wow.
They're really simple.
Yeah, you figure going across a frozen pond, a snowmobile can really pick up some speed.
Two of the guys got some pretty hellacious tickets driving it down McKellips Road in Scottsdale, Arizona.
Yeah.
Which Skip, the owner of the place, went down to a bar that he owned. And when he left, they took the car because they parked 2 cars out front as advertisement of this nice, beautiful place. And they took those cars straight down, and the cops picked them up going 109. I remember Chris getting a ticket of $400 and some. Skip fired both of them when he came back from the bar and everything else. But
crazy.
It used to be a lot of fun.
Wow.
And they're all out of business now. I think they're still they might still be in California where they first started, and it was called Malibu Grand Prix. And one guy was decapitated. He went through a fence and lost his head. But they were a lot of fun. They were all the racers used to come there all the time when they were in the Phoenix area, or the ones that lived there, like Gordon Johncock. He used to come in quite a bit. I think it was George Gordon Johncock that lived in Arizona. And but all the guys used to come there, bring their kids, and then Al Unser Jr. became a driver. But
So
it was fun.
What happened to your Al Unser birthday note? Did you?
I took it to Park and Shop and spent it. Oh. And when I realized that, I went back to the store and said, please go through your bills. Please. And she did, but it wasn't there.
Wasn't there, yeah.
You don't find many. I've gone through in 3 years, 7,500 a year at least. 1 year when we were going to pay the taxes on the house, I took all 4,000 to the bank 3 times in a row. 3 times. I went through 12,000 one day just to go through all those.
Wow.
It's fun. It's enjoyable. I like doing it.
And that's your methodology. Just like somebody would go to the bank and say, I'd like $25 in cents or $100 in nickels. You go and say, give me X amount of dollars in usually $1 bills, right?
And then they'll
go through them and see what you have.
I go through them. I take out what I want. I always have a pile of bills to replace what I take out.
Yeah.
Take them back to the bank. And what they will do is they restrap them because they got to count them again on the machine. They restrap them and put a little mark on them so they know I've already seen them.
Oh,
great tellers I work with. And now that my branch is open again, and they guarantee me any time I come in, I can have points from now on, always. As long as I take the pennies and nickels back to them, and I don't have to roll them. They'll roll them for me.
Yeah.
They got the machine because I text my cousin who works there, and she can't wait on me because she is my cousin. But I said, do I have to roll these coins or can I take them, bring them back in bags like I always did? She said, no, bring them back. We'll deposit them for you. Yeah. And they got the deposit slip, send it to me. I get a copy of it in my bank statement online, and that's it.
Perfect. So you're not really out any.
And that's why I love taking these girls. I'll take them each. There's 4 main tellers, 2 drive-throughs, and then 3 girls at the desk. 4 girls. It used to be, but now there's 3.
Yeah.
I go to the bank. I take them all a proof coin, or I take them a silver quarter or something, and I go to Reed's grocery store and buy them donuts. Take a couple boxes of donuts.
So good lesson there. If you are a coin roll hunter or a currency hunter, take care of your tellers.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
They're not supposed to take gifts, but being that they're in a bank situation, and I am a coin collector, and I've asked Linda, is this okay if I give the girl? She said, absolutely.
Yeah.
So, and I don't mind doing it.
No.
Because they're so good to you.
Right. It's not like you're bribing them to do something that goes against bank policy. They're doing something perfectly legitimate, and you're expressing your appreciation for that. So that's great.
They know that, and they know that. And I've written, and I called the president of the bank who used to be here at one time at the main branch, and he's in Rochester now. And I called his office, and I had to tell him. I said, I want to tell you how grateful I am to the bank. I've been with your bank for years and years. And I want to tell you that every single person in that bank is top notch. You walk in the door, I walk in the door, and before I hit, you got the tellers on one side, and you got the 3 desks here of the people that help you with loans and everything.
Yep.
And the manager over here, and I walk in, and before I even get to the second teller, I hear, hi, Paul, at least 4 times.
Yeah. Well, that's good, and it's good to do that, because how often do they hear just the opposite? People complaining about lack of service or whatever. Do you find many silver certificates, Paul?
Yeah, I've got a few down here, but I've got a lot more at the bank.
And how rare are those to find in a strap?
In a strap, I've only found 1 out of all the thousands that I've gone through.
Really?
And it was in really bad shape. I've got a lot of crisp ones here, and
I guess the connection I was going to make, or the prediction I was going to make, is that it must be harder to find a silver certificate in circulation than it is to find something like a wheat cent. It must be more like finding an Indian head cent in circulation.
Probably even more, probably rarer than that.
Yeah,
I would say if you were to compare the two, let's say an Indian head cent is 8% likely you'll find one. I think a silver certificate would be more like 3%.
Interesting.
Really.
Yeah.
I love the Lincoln. I love how these $5 certificates look.
What year is that?
34.
Oh wow. Yeah.
Yeah, 34. They're just beautiful. They've got class, and then you look at this green thing. I just wish they'd bring back some style to our bills.
I couldn't agree with you more. Travis had a question. Any web? I don't know what a web note is. Any web notes ever, Paulie Nichols? What is a web note, and have you found any?
I found 2. Web notes are notes that are printed on long, big rolls of paper. Big rolls of paper web notes are on, printed on, and they only made them in 3 years, 88, 95, and what's the other year, Travis? 88A, I should say. 95, and my God, is it 68? No, I'm not sure, but I'm going to look real quick, because now you got me. There's 3 years.
And why is it called a web note?
I wouldn't be able to show you.
Printing process?
Oh no, the sheet, the notes that are printed today are 32 notes per sheet.
Yeah, big sheets. Yes.
Yeah, just sheets. Web notes, because they thought they could save money by printing them on a big roll, and they were just. I'm talking about a roll that I don't remember the number of bills you could get out of it, but they had so many mechanical errors and so many breakdowns. They said, we can't do this anymore.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
But a web, and also the way you find a web note, first of all, there's only 3 years, like I said, so you know what years to look for. On a bill, the plate number for the bill is that little dinky number down here.
Okay.
But on a web note, you're gonna find the plate number right after trust, and it's a dinky little number. I've got a couple if I can find them.
And if they're just average circulated, are they worth anything, or is it just something to have because
web notes can be worth thousands? It depends on the printing, the serials, the location. there's so much. I saw a web note on eBay not too long ago that sold for a little over $9,000, and that was a 1995 for $9,000, $9,000. I don't remember the rarity. They're hard to find. I've only found two, and I don't have either one of them down here. I don't have them right.
Okay, I just did.
But they're interesting, and you know, I figured I would find at least one in that one when I went over and got 1,000 bills, and I went through all 1,000, and I only found, I think, maybe 10 from 95, and 2 or 3 from 88A. But don't need to know the year, just look for the plate. Yeah, but if you can't look for the plate, Lemon, because there's only 3 years. You're gonna look at 1,000 bills to look for a plate number on the back. When
I think the date would be easier to.
Yeah, there's only 3 years of them, so they can be they can be worth a fortune. I don't know what you know. Jonathan, I gotta look at eBay real fast and see where I am. Okay, I don't see nothing up there saying no notification saying bye. Okay, went to 570. I hope he's in the United States.
Tell people what you're doing.
I'm selling a drone on eBay. I'm at $570 right now with 3 minutes left.
Oh, only 3.
This guy is in El Salvador.
I was gonna El Salvador.
High bidders in El Salvador. I'm hoping
what the shipping's gonna be.
Whatever it's gonna be, he's gonna pay for it. I'm just gonna tell him, and if eBay gets mad at me, I'll say, "Hey, well, you want me to spend $60?
Yeah,
something."
I don't think $60 to ship something to El Salvador is out of the question. But then again, it might be worth it to him or her.
Yeah, it could be. I mean, I put it up there. I put up a nominal fee. I've seen most of them were like 20. Even in the United States was 20 to 25, $26 a ship.
Yeah, I still say the last 10 seconds of the auction, you're going to get a sniped bid. Like, if you want, put it up. We'll see what happens. We'll just watch for the next 3 minutes. What the heck? Or 2 minutes by now.
Let's do that.
I'm just jabbering here. I hope you get over 600 for it, because the video quality of that machine, astounding, absolutely astounding. All right, let's look at the countdown here. Oh, what is it not?
Is it done?
It says 2 minutes 41 seconds, but it's kind of frozen there. So I guess you'll just have to refresh it every so often.
Just come on.
Is $570 the going price, the trending price for the Mavic Air?
I've been seeing the ones with just one battery for about 605, 610. I've seen a couple go for 590. Yeah, so it might go up a bit. I just want it to go up enough to be in the United States. Jonathan, bid $1 more.
There are some things, probably like currency, Asian coins, Greek and Roman coins. I just don't want to get into it because I'm just going to delve into it, and it's going to take more and more of my attention away from things that deserve my attention. I think if I got a drone, Paul, it'd be the same thing. I'd love to have one, but
they can take up some time. But
yeah,
you know, if you spend an hour 2 or 3 times a week, or even a couple times a week, it's fun, because I just got a kick, and I feel like a kid, but I got a kick out of walking through a fairly dense forest and having this stupid thing follow me. I don't have no control over it, because it follows. You know, I put a box around myself on the screen. It follows me. It's not following the signal of the controller.
It's amazing.
And I showed that in a video by setting the controller on the ground and then walking all the way through the whole park.
That is amazing.
Do I have to? I probably do have to refresh, don't I?
Lincoln said, I sold some brown knives off eBay, $5 each. Good luck with those, Lincoln. 41 seconds.
Come on, Snipes. I'm not sending this damn thing to El Salvador.
And if you send it to El Salvador, oh my God, I'm just thinking of the protection that you would have or not have by doing that, you know?
Yeah, very true. Well, he's going to have to, of course, it's going to go to eBay. 8 seconds. There's got to be one with those automatic bids coming.
4,
580.
3, 2, 1. Boom.
At 580.
All right. Let's see. Final price, Paul.
580 right now. 580. Let's see where it went.
Oh boy. I hope it's domestic.
It doesn't. I'm not getting any information yet. Let me go over to selling.
Looks like Cactus was the buyer. Paulo Lima.
Are you shitting me? Based in the United States. Yeah.
Good for you.
He's got one negative review. Why has he got one negative review? Let's see what that is.
Is it recent?
Isabella drone and crash. Not print. This doesn't make any sense. Oh, he sold somebody. Okay, is this him buying it or selling it? Received as buyer.
No, negative.
Seller. Oh, he sold somebody a DJ. He sold somebody a Mavic just like mine for $910.
Wow.
And they're saying that it crashed.
Wow.
Yeah, well, print.
It's.
I don't understand their English. Print Isabella drone is crash, not fly.
Well, the transaction is going to be done through PayPal, right?
Yep.
So you have that protection. You have eBay protection.
Yeah,
you're going to ship it through something that's highly trackable, probably signature confirmation.
I will get signature.
So you have that protection. So you're fine, and it's in America, so that's good.
Mm-hmm.
Good for you.
All right. I saw USA, but I didn't see where. So, and I don't think it's going to hurt for me to look on here. Well, when you said Paulo Lima, it was about the crap, but I guess that's the contact member.
Yeah, that's his name, but doesn't mean he's from El Salvador, right?
Yeah, because it does say in
shipping zip code is 07. Is that yours or?
That's theirs.
Oh, buyer zip. Yeah. Oh, so you're good. You're good.
07. Where the heck is 07
at? New Hampshire 03.
Oh, really? So I can get this thing to him quick. Well, depending on the post office. I'll take a quick look at 072. It is New Jersey. Oh, Jesus, I should know that's where my brother lived.
Oh, that's good. All right, now, so this site, My Currency Collection, do you put currency on there?
No, it's just
like a database, or
it's got a heck of a database in here. Look up Star Notes. It only goes up to 81.
Okay. Now, I saw your video about Star Notes. You want to explain what a Star Note is?
Pardon?
I saw your video about Star Notes, so I know that. Just in case somebody's watching and wondering what a Star Note is. What is a Star Note?
A Star Note is a note that was destroyed, and they printed another one because no two notes of the same series can have the same number. They can't just reprint the number. They have to put a star at the end. And I had some here. I was going here. I got one right here. I got a bunch of them. I got a whole book of bills over here.
See you later, Lincoln Central.
See you, Lincoln. Here's a. Let's just do the top one. I don't even know what this is. It might not be any good. Actually, I'll do a better one. Yeah, a Star Note is a note that was an error. Something happened to the note during printing, so they destroyed it. I wish they would just keep them all and sell them to us, and then reprint it with a star. And I was watching a gentleman on YouTube. I remember his channel, but I won't mention it. He said that they just reprint the note with the number on it because it had a problem. But I mean, they can't reprint it without the star. And he explained it in a really off the wall way. Well, I guess I can't find it. too many bills and notes, Jonathan. I hide them in weird boxes.
They wish they had that problem.
Huh?
A lot of people are thinking they wish they had that problem. Too much money laying around.
That's what Angel's middle son was saying. He came down last night to make a little video, and he was looking all over, and he said, Papa, there's too much money everywhere. There's too many monies up there, too many monies there, and why are these monies down here?
You have a system. Travis said, bills are like coins. They have key dates and semi-key dates. A star means they destroyed one. They're replacement notes. Okay. But they're destroyed because of a printing error, not because...
Usually a printing error, yep.
It says, brings to a bank and says, or is that the case too?
What's that?
If, let's say I had a note, I brought it to my bank, wanted it deposited, and it was taped or something, or it was ripped.
No, those are just destroyed.
Those are just destroyed, yeah.
Yeah, they have one teller. Well, they're not one teller, but one of the tellers will go through notes that are considered by the Fed to be not worth keeping in circulation. They pack them all up. That's what my cousin does all the time. Anyhow, every time I go in, she's going through thousands of notes. She packs them up and sends them back to the Fed, and they get rid of them. Here's a note that I can't be looked up because I didn't type it in right. 53417. What? I got the right year up there. Yeah.
On a capital J or a lowercase j?
No, it doesn't matter. 005341740. 00534. Well, here it is right in my hand. $1 bill.
How many O's after J?
How many what?
How many zeros after J or O's after J? J-O-O?
2.
Okay.
J005341740.
From 2001.
Okay, that's why. This is why. This is what's wrong. This is what's wrong. My eyes don't work. This is from a run of 640,000. There was only 1.2 million, 1.28. Normally, notes are running 3.2 million notes per run. This only had 2 runs of 640,000 in each run, which is a rare note. What you want to find is one that's a run from 40,000. You're going to have a whole lot more money.
Sure, yeah.
And the least, even there could be, let's say there was 8 runs of this one at 1.28, and then you get one that was a run of 640,000.
Where's Bobby?
Upstairs.
What?
Upstairs.
And they even give you a scale where you're right in the middle. You're yellow.
We're dead set in the middle. Yeah, right.
Yeah, interesting.
Right there.
And how much is a U.S. Space Force $2 bill worth?
I don't know.
That was the advertisement at the bottom of that screen.
Jesus, do they have them?
I don't know. Gimmick. Not legal tender, or is it legal tender? Just it's probably is legal tender. It just, well, I don't know if it's considered defaced.
I don't know if is it printed by the mint?
Let's see what the cost is. $30. Oh, sure.
For one? I don't think so. It's not printed by the mint. It's just some company that makes stuff.
No, it says legal currency, I thought. Yeah, right there. It says at the bottom, it says legal currency above Trump's head.
Where you at?
Go up. Keep going. Stop. Made in the USA, legal currency. So it probably is an actual $2 bill. They just overstamp it with something. Put a sticker on it.
Legal currency with certificate of authenticity.
It just sounds like, hey, if that's what somebody wants to spend their money on, knock yourself out. But
well, if it's legal
currency, investment, I would say.
Who's going to spend $40 on $2 and then spend it?
The grandkids?
Made in the USA by U.S. workers. That sounds like something China would write.
No, China's making the ones that look real.
Yeah. Have you seen some of the coins on Wish? Some of the silver dollars?
Oh,
They
yes.
are so close to looking real.
It's some of them are laughable,
Mhm.
but some of them are amazingly accurate, and they're even the TPGs are struggling to determine their authenticity.
Yeah.
So I understand. It's unfortunate. There's no way I would buy a high-end coin, even from a reputable dealer. There's no way I would buy a high-end coin that isn't slapped by PCGS or GC.
We have a bunch of kids yelling upstairs. I don't know if you can hear them.
It's muffled. It's fine.
You have one from a run of 330,000. I had one from a run of 60,000, but 60,000. I don't know where it is. 30,000 or 40,000. I'm sorry, I can't find it. It's buried in a box with other whatevers. That's the thing about coin collecting. If you don't catalog, or if you don't really organize your stuff, if you go through too many coins and then you get lazy, you've got a problem. And I've got a problem. I've got so many coins down here, like that one tub over there, and then there's 4 more on the cabinet. There's a big bucket of coins over here, just junk that I pulled out of circulation, wheat pennies. The war nickels, at least I kept them all together.
Tell you what, I'll do you a favor. I'll pay for the postage. You just send them to me.
The coins?
Yeah.
Uh-oh. I know my computer just took a break.
You have your audio is good.
Going
Your video and mine is frozen.
Again. That's why I need a video card.
I can hear you perfectly fine. Your audio is
everything is
synced
spinning.
with
everything is buffering right now.
But your picture on StreamYard is frozen.
Jonathan is frozen. He looks like a statue.
I'm frozen? Can you hear me?
What the heck is going on?
Let me see what it's like on
My
YouTube.
computer's not locked up. Is it? You can't refresh. If you refresh, it'll disappear.
I'm going to wave. All right, so I think if you can hear me, we'll just have to end the stream here because Paul is having technical difficulties with StreamYard or his computer or whatever. So it looks like Paul jettisoned out of StreamYard, and I am now in control of the StreamYard account. So, or not the account, the stream. So I'm going to quit StreamYard, and that should end this stream, I hope, or maybe Paul will do that on his end. But Paul, thanks. I learned a lot. I did. I don't collect currency, apart from the few Confederate notes that I have and some of the $2 bills that I have. But that's great. So I had a good time, and maybe we'll reconnect some other time. So thanks everybody for watching, and we'll see you later.